Hello everybody, this is Dee and welcome to my channel, Dee Plans and Budgets. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Yay, I'm so glad to see you, or you see me, or however that works. Anywho, what are we doing today? Well, we got a laundry list of chores to do, folks. So I am going to insert a video real quick of me emptying out my envelopes at the end of the month, which was also just this morning. And then we're going to talk about what I spent in April and talk a little bit about the budget for May. And then we're going to do a good old-fashioned cash stuffing, and I've pre-filled the trackers today because I know I'm putting a lot in this video already. If this sounds like stuff you want to watch, just stay right here, right? Alrighty. Okay, let's start. I have, at the end of the month in my variable expenses, I take money out of most of those categories and I carry it over and it goes into my low priority sinking funds in addition to the small amount that's already in my budget. $234 that I didn't save last week, that I didn't spend last month, sorry. And even though it was still a pretty good amount, I was happy because I was on a cruise for a week, and so that cut back on some of my groceries and such. And I just felt like I did a far better job this month of doing things I wanted to do and spending the money that's in my budget to live my life fully. So I'm actually really happy with how that went for this month. Now, let's talk about April's budget. Let me zoom you in. Hopefully I won't forget to zoom you out. Okay, so I never disclose all of my individual bills. That's just for privacy reasons. But I will tell you that my total bills budget was $1,792, and that came in at $1,735. I do keep a utility buffer, meaning this month, this difference was all in like lower utility bills. And so that money has been put into a utility buffer. And then this summer in Texas, when it's 120 in the shade and the AC is on nonstop, I will have money in that buffer to take out and pay my ultra high utility bill, right? That's how it works. All right, in my food budget, I stuffed $250 and I spent $142 of it. Eating out, I stuffed $50 and I used $44. Household, I stuffed $40 and I used $34. Miscellaneous, I stuffed $75 and I used $12. Miscellaneous is not like some people use it where they can supplement any of the categories. Miscellaneous is for things I need around the house, in the yard, that kind of stuff. So that would be if I need, I often say like weed eater twine or bug spray, that type of stuff. Trips, short trips, I budgeted $50, I spent $49, and that was actually on gas to go back and forth to Austin. Hobbies, I budgeted $50, I only spent $10, yay. Unfortunately, I think I bought some pins with that. Oh well, whatever. Social, $100, and I spent $95. That's going out with my social group. I can also use that for just general spending if I want to, but usually it's just for going out and having some fun. And gas, I budgeted $160. I spent exactly $160. I actually ended up with a negative because this $160 had to pay for a negative last month. So you'll see in this month I've adjusted this number up. Cash, $200. I always list it as if I spent all of the cash at $200. And on the collab, I did transfer $100 for the collab. And so the total altogether was $746 that I actually used. The collab, I did transfer that, but now those items went into my low priority sinking funds. So I haven't actually used the money yet. So $746 versus $1,075 for the budget. In my budget, I thought I would have 3 expenses out of my sinking funds this month. That was cruise, lawn, and medical. I did indeed spend some money at a cruise, $170. Lawn, I spent $100, and medical, I had budgeted $200. I spent $184, so I spent $454. Now, I will note that the medical, the $200 was budgeted for a dental appointment that I won't have now. I don't think I'll be paying for it until June. But I did buy a pair of glasses, so that's why it still is the same amount, just different things that I spent it on. And I said that total was $454. I did spend the last of the money up in the YouTube envelope that I had, and that was the envelope I had been saving with the road to monetization. I did get a YouTube check last month. I might get one this month. I'm pretty close. And so anything that I want to fund out of YouTube now, in order to keep it clean for tax purposes, I need to take it out of those binders. So I have now disassembled this envelope and it no longer exists. Amazon, I had budgeted $50 for a few things. I spent $62. In addition, things I spent money on that I had not budgeted was in the vacay category, and this is in my low priority sinking funds. not in my sinking funds. I had gotten a chance to upgrade my room for the cruise to a balcony, and I took that, and that was $350. I needed to buy some clothes. That was $134.17, and I had a gift at $47.82. So the total that I spent in my low priority sinking funds were $639.99. So overall for the month, bills $1,735, variable $746, sinking $454, and low priority $640. For the month of April, I spent $3,575 to live. So that would be the equivalent of $42,900 a year, although that number is doesn't necessarily mean anything because of sinking funds, right? Sometimes we spend more in sinking funds, sometimes we spend less. That's why we have them. Okay, now something I am adding this month, I should say kind of adding back in, but in a different way, and that is going to be a projected budget. All righty, so I'm still zoomed in. Let's keep it that way. My projected income is $3,987. You will notice at the end that the totals equal more, but we'll talk about that when I get there. And I'm not going to disclose what all my bills are, the dates they come out, etc. That's information someone could use to fraud your account, so I do not disclose that, but I will disclose that my projected for my bills this month is $1,787.31. Now, I had to do some changing around of my variables to allow for 1, a higher gas budget, and 2, the money to do the collab, because Jenny and I are going to be doing another collab this month. And so I had to adjust these numbers from my budget. So let's talk a little bit. My usual budget for food is $300, and I gave myself $250. I think I can do it on $250 this month. My budget for eating out is $50. I think I'll need all $50. Household items $40, and I think I'll need all $40. Miscellaneous, I can't think of a ton of things that I need, so my usual budget is $100, but I'm just going to budget for $70. Short trips, I don't think I'm taking any short trips this month. I have a lot of little miscellaneous local things scheduled, and so the only thing I might use out of here is, again, some additional gas money. So I'm just budgeting $50 for that. And hobbies, my usual monthly budget is $75, and I am only going to spend $50 of that, or give myself $50. And for the social group, for going out, spending, etc., I'm giving myself the full amount because that is my goal. I want to be spending this money. So the total, my annual budget would say I have $765 for this, but I am budgeting only $610 for these categories. I need to take that extra money because my usual gas budget is $110. I want to put $215 in there because I am starting out the month negative. So I want to put a total of $215 in there. My cash, I always bring the same cash. And then this is the $50 of the collab to equal the $1,075. So you can see everything's going to equal the usual $1,075 budget. I'm just putting it in a different place. Alrighty, that's what happens when gas prices go up. You have to accommodate for it. And I've been running around a lot because I have been doing a lot of activities. Yay, that makes me happy. Okay, so in my sinking funds, I need to pay for a plane ticket that's been booked. It's around $600. That's for my trip this summer to the Pacific Northwest. I am not taking the van. I'm just going to fly up for about 10 days. And a summer trip, I'm getting ready to make some reservations. I want to go on a little trip sometime in June. I'm not sure if I can make that happen, but if I do, it'll be $400. Last year was, for those of you who are newer to the channel, last year I had lost my partner in January of 2023. And so last year was about just letting myself grieve, right? And traveling, right? It just felt like the thing to do. Just be out in nature and contemplate and think and let grief happen. This year is my year for connections. I want to make friends. I moved to Texas in December of 2019. And so we all know what happened in 2020. So I just never got a chance to make friends. And then my partner and his cancer and everything, making friends had not been something I had an opportunity to do. And so connections are incredibly important to me. And that is why I'm cutting back a lot on my travel this year, because I can't make those friends if I'm constantly gone and missing opportunities to meet with them. I have, for instance, the reason I say I may not be able to make this trip is I have like 4 different things now scheduled with different people. And it's just all about making those connections. I don't anticipate spending anything for a cruise. However, if I do have one come up that I need a deposit for, I will do that. Don't need anything from a van. I'm not camping right now. And what I do have is totally good. And what I mean by not camping, I'm not doing any long things. So what I have is totally going to make do. And events, I don't have any particular events scheduled right now. I'm eyeballing some tickets at the Whitewater Amphitheater, and so those may get purchased soon, but right now we can't find seats that we want to sit in, so that has not been booked yet. I don't have any miscellaneous items that I think. I'm not placing any tech unless it breaks. Planners, I don't need any budgeting. These are for the needed items within that, not for things I want like stickers and pretty envelopes or whatever. In savings challenges, it is for the actual needed items that I do for those 2 things. Medical, I may or may not have an expense here depending on when they bill for my dental appointment. And the HOA gets its usual $36 and escrow $50, but I don't intend to spend any of that. In my low priority, I shouldn't need any clothes, gifts, not buying a phone. I don't have an oil change ready, and my next oil change is free anyhow. I don't think I'll need an extra subscription for travel. So all of this, I think I'm okay. I do want to purchase the Farmville on Etsy and a couple of other challenges just to keep supporting people. And this is separate because I will use YouTube money to buy challenges now to support people on YouTube because that's part of that expense. But some of these challenges, I'm not sure if they'll ever even see YouTube because like Farmville is going to be just my own personal one for now. And then Amazon, a couple little things I might want on there for $35. And so those are projected expenses that I think I might have. Low priority, I can spend this if I want to. So this is very fluid. I just don't have anything right now that I want to spend. But should I want to, I will. So this is projection of what I'm going to spend. When I was doing my budget before, I was just, doing the zero-based part of the budget, and it gets really boring because it's the same every month. Just because I have money budgeted to go into sinking funds doesn't mean I'm going to spend it. I think there's more value in talking about what I'm planning to spend every month and not just what I'm planning to stuff. Right? So in my sinking funds, in this total income that I have dispersing of $3,987, that is a total of, let me see, $47,844 a year. But it is my goal to have at least $5,000 of that left in my sinking funds to carry over next year. So to say that that's my budget, that's incorrect. It's what I'm going to stuff in my sinking funds in terms of my zero-based budget. These items here are what I do to sit and plan with what I think I'm actually going to be spending this month. What that allows me to do is pre-check to make sure I have enough sinking funds already stuffed in the categories I need. And same for low priority sinking funds. I need to make sure there's money in those envelopes for things I am predicting that I am going to need. So as far as the actual just stuffing is going to go, the job that I'm going to give my money, the $1,787 for the bills, $1,075 for variable. Regular sinking is getting $760. Low priority sinking funds is getting $360 plus the carryover, which was $234. Actually, I could put that there, but and then year ahead is getting $891, and you do not see that anywhere in the budget because it doesn't come into my budget. X-Man, which is my grandson, is getting $50 for a total of $4,983 that will be dispersing from my retirement, but my year ahead never comes into my budget. It is just a way to restock my emergency fund. So the actual, it's all being given a job. This is the actual that I'm dispersing and paying taxes on, but my actual budget is the $39.87. And again, I'm only projecting, let me see. So of the $39.87, I should put that on there. What I'm projecting to actually spend in May is, I'm actually thinking I'll spend $4,047 in May. And of course, anything I don't spend out of variable will get carried over into the next month. So that is my budget. Any questions you might have on that, please feel free to ask them below, and I will answer that question. I am going to get everything set for the cash stuffing, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my binder right here telling me where the money's going, and I have my different monies separated. They're all right here. Let's start as usual with my sinking funds. And how much am I going to put in there? 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 83, 10, 20, 5, 35, 45, 55, 65, 67, 69, 71, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 80. $380. Okay, let's start with, which one is it? It is not this one. Let's start with this one. Yay! Okay, in vacations, I am putting $50. And so as you can see, when I'm going to end with $1,225, so I have enough to pay for that plane ticket. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24, 2, and 24. 12.24. Oops, that is only 12.24. That's okay. I wrote $1 off. I'm not going to stop you and change that. All right, this is in van travel, which is trips in my van, and that is also getting $50. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 50, 60, 75, 80. $1,480. Perfect. And then cruises is getting $50. And that means it should have 453 in it, and 50. 1, 2, 53, 50, 70, 90, 410, 30, 40, 52, and 3. 453. All right, things for my van. And $37 going into that this month. All right, 20, 30. I always do these in just the biggest denominations after the first few stuffings because I have plenty of change in here. I will be doing a consolidation soon, and I might have to think about it more next month, but that's okay. 426, 1, 52, 53, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 4, 5, 10, 15, 2, 4, 6. That'll be 21, 23, 25, and 26. 426. And events is getting $29. 25 and 2 twos. $29. And 340, 1, 52, 53, 25, 35, 37, 39, and 40. 340 into that. Spent is as I spend the money out of these envelopes, because this is, the money's actually in the bank, as you can tell, because I'm using prop money. When I spend it, I put it in here so that I can balance everything to my credit card with all my expenditures. Okay, and so the next we have lawn service. I may have to up this a little bit depending on what happens with the weather, because I'm needing lawn service a couple times a month right now, but that can change very quickly if Texas dries out. My lawn will quit growing. So it's getting 27 right now. So 51, 25, 35, 37. I will definitely have enough this month because I have enough for 3 services, and I should only need 2 this month. Oops. Let's put it right back in the right envelope, D. And then miscellaneous home expenses, $25. This is just, I've showed this spreadsheet before, how I keep track of the amount that I've stuffed in for the annual, so I know to only stuff the amount that I've allotted for the year. And $25 in here going for $200. 51, 20, 40, 60, 85, 95, 97, 98, 99, and $200. Super duper, super duper. Electronics getting $5. I did lower this to pay the lawn service. I decided, excuse me, I'm just not going to replace my phone this year unless it absolutely dies. I'm just going to make it work. 1, 52, 53, 20, 40, 50, 60, and 5. Sorry about that abruptness there. I had to cough and then get a drink and whatever. $5. All right, for a total of 45, 25, 35, 40, and 5. And this is for planners. I buy at least 2 a year, and a bullet journal. And this is for needed items for budgeting. What's it getting this time? $9. I am going to have to replace a couple binders pretty soon, but until I need to, then this won't come out. I did just buy some envelopes, and I could have actually taken those out of here because they were needed, not necessarily just wanted, but I took them out of my YouTube envelope that I had been saving, out of my road to monetization. All right, so budgeting should have $81. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 77, 79, 80, and 81. With this money at the end of the year for my annual challenges, I can spend some of that money if I want to, because those are about making sure I have accurate challenges for my goals, not necessarily about just like supporting people on YouTube. And medical is getting the last 50 here. So 152, 20, 40, 60, 80, 93, 10, 25, and 26. 326. HOA. 18. I pay this all at one time at the first of the year, but I keep adding to it. And there's a 1 and a 2 back there. And so this should have 160 now. 50, 70, 90, 1, 10, 20, 35, 45, 50, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 60. $260. I just keep adding it till the end of the year. Escrow short is for when the property taxes go up and they haven't withheld enough from my mortgage. I can send them this money instead of having my mortgage go up. Alrighty, 405, 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 3, 10, 30, 50, 65, 75, 85, 95, 7, 9, 400, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. $405. Alrighty. Now, let's start here with the regular sinking funds, and I want to go back here and do gas first. Gas is getting a total of 108, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, but I owe it 44 already. So 20, 40, 2, and 4. This 44 is going back here into the spent. I just got gas like 2 days before the end of the month, but either way, I want it to be accurate. Okay. Now that is caught up, and the next thing I am going to do is my walking around money. And I'm going to put all of this in here for now, but usually I put the 20s in my purse and the 10s and 5s for my savings challenges. 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, $200 in cash for me to spend without writing a single thing down. It's my walking around money. Okay, so in the next categories, what do I have to stuff? 20, 40, 60, 80, 130, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 5, 65, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did I count that right? Well, I know the money's right. I don't know if I counted it right or not. A lot of ones, but that's fine. Groceries, 125, 50, 70, 90. I think I did 110, no, 90, 1, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or something like that. Let me count it again. 50, 70, 90, 1, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. Do I have anything else getting? Yeah, okay. That will work. Don't know if that's how I did it when I got it out, but that will work. Eating out, I always get this in small denominations. 5, 10, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5, 10, 15. You just saw me count that. I don't need to count it again. $25 in eating out. And household, $20. And I'm sure I did this because I already had an expenditure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. And miscellaneous, $35. 10, 20, let's go this. 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll work. In the end, it'll all work out. $35 in miscellaneous. I can make change out of the envelope. I won't borrow from the envelopes, but I definitely can make change from the envelopes. 25 is definitely getting a 20 and a 5 because, like I said, I think that might only get spent to supplement some gas. And hobbies is getting 25, 10, 20, and ooh, let's do 25. One of those ones for the social. And $50 for that. 10, 20, 30, 5, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. As I said before, I like lots of small bills with the social group. We will often go out somewhere in a large group of people and they don't want to separate the check. I don't do Venmo or whatever, so I just have some cash and I put that right there and make it easy on everyone. Okay, that finishes up a lot for this month. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Like, subscribe, all those wonderful things. Of course, take a walk, and until the next one, bye.